Hey, it's Jess. I'm here today as straight as you're ever probably going to see me. This is it. Right here. I normally don't straighten my hair out a lot because it takes absolutely forever. I usually only do it when I go and get a haircut, and then I kind of beg my hairstylist with the puppy dog eyes. I'm like, please, please straighten my hair. And they will do it for me. But I can do it myself. It takes a really long time. It takes probably close to an hour, and I usually prefer to spend about 3 to 5 minutes, if at all possible. I am actually not a hairstyling person. I do it, and I can do it, but it's not something I want to spend hours and hours doing because usually I take so long on my makeup that the hair is like the last 5 minutes. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to be late. I got to throw some makeup on really quick. So anyway, that's why I don't straighten my hair. So you see it. Now you see it. Now you probably won't the next time that I'm back. So anyway, the topic of the day, the really important thing going on here is that I need to set the record straight on something. I have had some questions lately regarding whether or not my cheekbones are real. Yes, seriously. Yes, they are 100% real, to answer that question for you. Yeah, I don't believe in facial plastic surgery. I think when it comes to plastic surgery, you want a huge rack, you want a tummy tuck if you had kids or something, go right ahead, knock yourself out. I really support that type of thing for everybody. Plastic surgery for all. No, but sincerely, I don't think that you should do plastic surgery on your face. Botox and Restylane, that's kind of like pushing it just a little bit. Honestly, I truly believe, and this is from somebody with kind of a crazy nose. I mean, it definitely over the years batted around getting something done, but I'm so glad that I didn't because I have never, ever, ever seen plastic surgery on somebody's face that came out looking good. I really haven't. Maybe I see it and I don't realize that it's plastic surgery, but I feel like I can look at people and see their facial plastic surgery, and I just really think that you should be 100% you, a little bit wrinkly. Okay, fine. Take good care of yourself, take good care of your skin, and just look the best version of your age. So that is my spiel on that. Now, I am here with absolutely no product on my cheeks whatsoever to prove the point that it's a little bit, genetic kind of luck of the draw in terms of bone structure, but anybody can create a really, really dramatic look on their cheeks, and I do it every day. So this is what it looks like au naturel, and this is how I really make it pop. The first thing that you want to do is bronzer, and for that, this brush is just too many things to me. It's only $3. It's from e.l.f. I think they call it the flat top kabuki. I don't know. It's from the Studio line though, and I have used this brush. This is actually a backup that I bought, intending to throw this one away and switch to this one, but I just can't let it go. I have like an insane emotional bond with this brush. It's just like the perfect shape. It's completely broken in, and this brush has just lasted. It was a $3 brush. It does not irritate my skin at all, and it has lasted through me washing it and washing it and washing it and washing it. I don't know how it survived it, but it has. So anyway, you're going to take your flat top brush, and the first thing you want to do is lay down bronzer. That's going to give you some depth and kind of definition. Some people would call that contouring. I don't really necessarily consider this contouring. So I've showed you this bronzer that I've been using a million times, and I'll show it to you again. It's the Victoria's Secret Baked Bronzer. A little bit on the shimmery side, but I just feel that it's such a perfect color, and for somebody like me that's really light, it's hard to find a bronzer that isn't too dark. It really took me a while of swatching different stuff, even in VS, where, believe me, I could spend a lot of time. So, all right, the first thing you want to do is take your brush, and then you're going to spray a light little mist of some sort of setting spray. I use the e.l.f. Makeup and Mist Set. It is fantastic. I admit I've never tried any of the higher priced ones, like, the Urban Decay All Nighter, or Victoria's Secret actually does make one as well. I really feel like the e.l.f. one works pretty well, so kind of like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I can't see myself spending a lot of money on a setting spray, but since I've been using this e.l.f. setting spray, I can't be without it, so it's good stuff. Spray it on your brush, just a little bit, dab will do ya. And then I kind of dip it down into the bronzer, and the reason why I want to wet this a little bit is because I really wanted to have a creamy look and kind of blend in. So what I'm going to do is just kind of smile, which I can't talk when I'm doing, and make very circular motions up here, and then you're going to pull it up pull it up kind of to the brow bone here. Okay. And I'm going to leave this side undone just so there's kind of like a basis for comparison in the end here. Put a little more product. Make all kinds of happy faces. Alright, just kind of sweep it down in there. So you see already how that kind of like cut out and defined a lot. So as it is. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is add blush. And just really quickly to show you some of my favorites, I love this Tarte blush. It's kind of a cult classic also. It's part of their Amazonian clay collection, which is supposedly really healing for the skin. It never ever breaks me out. It's pretty good. The color is Exposed, and this is just kind of like one of those shades that works on absolutely everybody. It's very natural. That's why I like it. It really doesn't look like makeup. It just kind of looks like, you know, the color you would be if you were blushing. This next one is from the, unfortunately, it was a limited edition line. It's the L'Oreal Project Runway limited edition blushes, and I completely broke the cover off mine, so I'm just going to have to show you here. I like this one as well because it's just very, very subtle. It's like just a little tiny bit of a coral flush, and that's the kind of blush that I like. I want my cheeks to look like they naturally are concave. The next blush that I absolutely love is from this NYX Be Free palette. This is actually a completely garbage palette. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But there's one blush in here that I love. If you slide out the bottom, they got the brilliant idea of putting these blushes next to lip gloss, which is kind of like ridiculously pointless. So here you can see these are all very pretty, but the one that I particularly love is right here on this end, and it doesn't really pick it up on camera as much. It looks kind of like a dusty rose color in the actual, you know, pot, but when you put it on, it's just a really healthy flush of pink. So that's the one that I'm going to use here, and I'm going to take this smaller blush brush. I think this was $2. It's actually from the same e.l.f. Studio line, and dip it into my pink. And then I'm going to just kind of place that right here, right at the apple of the cheek, because that's where you really want the color to kind of pop from, right around here. And I'll put a little more because it's hard to see on camera. Okay. Then you're going to go back to your flat top brush and blend the two together. So I do cover kind of a lot of area here, but I also do have kind of a big face, so just accordingly. All right, so you can see already how much more sculpted that looks than the other side right there. And then there's one final step that you can do just to kind of even give yourself that much more oomph, and that is to highlight. This is, I've showed you this before, this is the e.l.f. Radiance Enhancer, and I've just completely worn this into the ground. It's a screw up product. I think it's almost out. No, I got a little more there. And what you're going to do is just kind of run any kind of highlighter, whether it's a powder or a cream. You're going to run it right in that area under the eye. This is especially good to do if you wear glasses because it'll really make the glasses frames kind of pop. And then I just take, this is my Samantha Chapman foundation brush, and just kind of dot it in there. Pat it in. So the idea is that the light is going to reflect off of this area right here and kind of contrast the depth underneath it of your cheekbone. All right. There it is. Why do I feel like the one where I have no makeup looks like I have more of a cheekbone? What do you think? Let me know in the comments section. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you now know how to create something where there is not so much thing. So enjoy. Talk to you later.